Thank you for joining me once again. Welcome back to my channel. And Tinubu seems to be the one teaching the Yorubas across the country how to wotify the Fulanese. In the political arena, we understand that Tinubu has identified as a man who is not ready to romanticize the Fulani oligarchs. I mean, we all know that the Fulani oligarchs are the owner of the Nigerian politics. But Tinubu has come out to say that I will not be romanticizing you guys. I will not be pampering you guys. I'm not going to buy you guys a bottle of beer or a bottle of Fura de Nono so that I can get your vote. No. He has simply said that. He has shown that. Everything about Tinubu's actions is to demystify, to dismantle the Fulani oligarchs. On the other end, the Yorubas is in Kwara, is in Ogun Osun State, is in Kogi State. We can see how the Yoruba communities, in fact, in places like Okeogun, right? In so many other places in Kwara where was attacked some weeks ago, they are now wotifying the Fulani militias. I mean, I'm going to talk about the two different aspects of it, but let me start with Tinubu. Tinubu's actions in the terms of the political, landscape and yes, arena. Tinubu has simply switched his allegiance. Today, Tinubu is no longer working with the Fulani oligarchs. When Buhari was there was no any other way for Tinubu to climb to the seat of power without, of course, patronizing the Fulani oligarchs. He wouldn't have. Because as at that time, the Middle Beltans didn't know who they are. As at that time, everybody felt the Fulanis were unchallengeable. Nobody ever thought that you could confront these people because they were seen as high and mighty. In fact, they were seen as untouchable. You know, Tinubu said, okay, I will patronize these people for over a period of 10, 15 years. The same strategy Usman Dafodio used in Kano. Usman Dafodio stayed with the Kano people who were initially Muslims. Usman Dafodio lived with them for years, for over 15 to 20 years, gave them his daughters. Yes, that was what he did. He got to a point, he started asking the Fulani women to marry to what? To the royal families. So when they were about to launch the sons, you will remember that when Tinubu was also, on the path to his presidency, on that trajectory, there were so many marriages he financed, there were so many weddings he gave money to, so many northern people he was dashing money to. Yes. He had godsons in the north. He will be their father of the day, But today, 15 years later, since 2013, okay, that's almost 12 years. Since 2013 that he went into that, you know, bed with a strange fellow, he actually achieved his dreams. And the Fulani people thought that, okay, he will romanticize us just as Jonathan did, or just as Obasanjo did. These people, they all got it on a platter. I mean, we cannot actually compare how Obasanjo and Jonathan got their own presidency. It's more or less like a gift from the Fulani oligarchs. And these people are like devil. They give you chicken, they will collect, they take back a cow. That is who they are. And that is what they will always, do. So on this instant, they felt, okay, we have made Tinubu the president. Let us use this moment to finally Fulanize all the remaining areas we have not been able to do. Some parts of Ilorin, some parts of Oyo State and whatnot. Even his government, they felt okay, Tinubu will appoint more of the northerners, give them the juicy positions. But man, this man said, we will not be having such. I bought my way to become the president. He literally started counting all the things he did. Yes. And I mean, none of them could come out and dispute it. None of them. Unfortunately for the Fulani oligarchs, their superior who brought Tinubu is dead and gone. Yes, the man is gone. So there's actually nobody at this time and age that can look onto the eyes of Tinubu and tell him that, okay, now nobody. Is it the Sultan? Tinubu literally has the power to sack the Sultan. Yes, he has it. In fact, the Sultan, according to the constitution, is not as powerful as the local government. But that is in the north. But if you look at it in terms of the, I mean, the larger view of the Nigerian constitution, the president has the power to seize the license, to seize the authority of the Sultan if he so wishes. Yes, I know that might not happen. That might not necessarily happen. But what I'm trying to simply say is at this stage, men, guys, no romanticization. There's no begging as Obasanjo did, like Obasanjo did. There's no building of elementary schools like Jonathan did for them. And even at that, they still, we all know what they did to him. They still stabbed him at the back. Tinubu is to be saying, I will align with the Middle Belters. I will work with these ones because I believe they are more open-minded, or shall I say, they have been starved for some, power and authority. And I know if I give them some, they will betray the Fulani oligarchs even for a penny. And this is what we are seeing. And this is why today, the Northerners in all ramifications are simply counting days. I mean, they're having a countdown to 2031. Yes, that's what they have. They're simply having their countdown that when will Tinubu step down. I can even categorically tell you that there are some northern sheikhs and umas who are praying every day for, for God to take for God to take his actions in Tinubu's life. Yes, so many of them are wishing him bad, wishing him evil. Because they are simply not fell for their trap. They are simply not fell for their gimmicks. This is a man who is like, should I say, like 50 steps ahead of them. If you take a look at all the security chiefs, every parastatal that is important, all the Fulanis who led it during the era of Buhari, all of them have been replaced, either by an Igbo person, either by a Middle Belt, or by a Yoruba person. This is what we can see. I'm telling you, if you take a look at the security architecture now, you have a Middle Belter leading it, followed by a Yoruba. If you go to the INEC, you see there a Middle Belter Yoruba person. If you go to what's it called now? If you go to JAM, Yoruba person. If you go to custom, a Yoruba person. Just name it. Go to police, Yoruba person. So you can see that there's no need for anybody to romanticize them. And I've always said it that Tinubu has done one thing spectacular. Indeed, he has done one thing spectacular by demystifying these people. That, oh, after all, we didn't have to go, you know, be, frolicking, whereby we keep washing their feet just simply because we want to become a political leader. No, he has demystified it. And I can tell you this structure will remain. Yes. Before this structure can be broken, it's going to take a while. I'm telling you. Because by 2031, for Tinubu to solidify this structure, where he will now probably become the maestro of all the cabals. That is what Tinubu wants to do, by the way, okay? Is for him to ensure he secures the presidency for a Middle Belton Northerner or Yoruba. It doesn't matter. Middle Belt, North Central, they will still count it as not, right? Yeah, because the Fulani leaders have, this is how they have opened their mouth. Hungry for power by 2031. But with what I'm seeing, what they are simply trying to do is Tinubu wants to bring in a Middle Belton, either from Benue or Plateau. Yes. Then at that time, they want to see, will you, the North East and the North West, will you say that this North Central person is not enough? I'm telling you. Will they say that he's not enough? After all, since 1999, there's no North Central person that has ever become a president. And the most interesting part of this is if Tinubu by 2031, maybe after he has finished his 8 years, and there's only reason why I'm saying this is because as it stands today, I've not seen anybody who looks serious that will defeat Tinubu by 2027. So I just want to just assume that he has won it. So I am already jumping the gun to 2031. So by 2031, If Tinubu finds someone who is so, because Tinubu would rather take that power to North Central. Yes, so that he will now be seen as their liberator. Okay, he will now be seen as their liberator, as their hope, as the man who, you know, create who will now be seen as a pathfinder for to the new era of the Middle Belt. This thing I'm saying, this Fulani, they don't even know wetin jam them. Oh. They think say na bicycle. This one na trailer oh, on a high speed. If you have not seen those bullet train that you know how they fly now, boom! This one na bullet train oh. Tinubu's bullet train don wipe them. They have not seen it. Just wait a little. Wait a little. Uh-uh. Say they were planning coup for him the other day. And they said it is Timmy Receiver and in collaboration with some northern. I've always said it. If you have to take someone out, there has to be a saboteur from his region. Eh, then the northerners will, they will they will play the dirty game. But there has to be an internal saboteur. It's as simple as that. When Abiola fell, there was an internal saboteur. There was an internal saboteur. When Jonathan fell in 2013, there was an internal saboteur. And at that time, funny enough, it was Tinubu, a southerner. Tinubu initially in 2011 supported Jonathan. In 2013, he turned back. If Tinubu will fall in 2027, there has to be an internal saboteur. Let's say, for instance, someone who is so close to him, like your neck vein, maybe someone like Baja, maybe someone like those people who are so close to him. But that is not, that might not likely happen. What I'm trying to, paint an example to you that those Fulani oligarchs, they do not know that the people who are close to them are the same people Tinubu is using to what? To go against them. The closest ally the Fulani oligarchs, the northern core power brokers have for many years are the Middle Belters. And these are the same people Tinubu is using today. Okay? This is a man who understands the power of divide and rule. He knows that all the secrets of those Fulani oligarchs are in the palms of the Middle Beltans. And this is why you see everything that has to do with juicy positions today, he is just pushing it to them, pushing it to the Middle Belters. Where Mokuna take and chop. Mokuna take and chop. Mokuna take. That is what he's doing. He's doing nothing else other than that. So as he's doing that, he is gaining more popularity in the Middle Belt. They are loving him the more. By 2031, if they give him that massive votes he need, don't be surprised by 2031, Tinubu will go and pick someone from the North Central. He will say, they are not Northerner. He will bring somebody from North Central, someone from probably South or Southeast, and say, yeah, make una too, make una go. I am telling you, because he wants to see himself. And Tinubu knows one thing. He likes to bring someone that is better than him in terms of administration, not politically, but in terms of administration. Whenever he goes first, take a look at what he did in Lagos. Immediately he finished governing Lagos for 8 years. He went to look for someone who is administratively savvy. He brought Fashola. Fashola is good politically, but Fashola is like 50 steps behind Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, you understand? So, but in terms of administration, Fashola is there. Fashola came and he cleaned everywhere. Immediately after Fashola, he made a mistake. He brought Ambode. Ambode was very good, but Ambode started doing, started stepping toes in terms of politics. And what did Tinubu do? He manipulated the primaries and they kicked him out. Then they have Sanwo-Olu today. We can see that Sanwo-Olu today is trying to make some mistakes in terms of politics. But however, Sanwo-Olu is already in his second term, so it is sure that Sanwo-Olu very soon he will not be impeached. But of course, Sanwo-Olu will no longer be politically relevant beyond his tenure of 8 years complete. So this same strategy and model, we have always said that nobody can, hi. My own head does a boss say, na person wey be say many of us never love. All of us tomorrow we see the talk say Tinubu na mandate thief that is stole Obi's mandate. Is that not what most of us are still saying? That is stole Obi's mandate. Yes. You know, uh but what we have now come to realize is the people who sold the mandate to Tinubu, who are the Fulani oligarchs, ah, they are now reaping the fruit. They are now reaping the fruit of the evil they planted. Because today they now have an evil that they cannot tame. Ah, they don't. They are shocked to let me. They are shocked to the last mile. They cannot believe it. They are so shocked. Ah, I remember when Tinubu won. Hey, most of them they were dancing. Gburu, 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 gburu. Ah, the gburu don't come. Oh, Jagaba and Jagaba. Their belief was Islamization will now finally happen. That was their belief. They never knew that Tinubu would come and come to borrow, now this monthly stipends that Tinubu was paying to. I mean, Buhari was paying to his children in the north. Tinubu came, stopped everything. Omo, it was when that was the moment they said, "Wow." People said this one now one chance. So then the leaders came out and said Tinubu must do their bidding. And then Tinubu said, "Listen, I bought my way to this seat of power. I challenge anyone to come out and tell me that they gave it to me on a platter." A way to play Nigerian politics is what we are learning from Tinubu. Now let's go to the issue of the Yorubas in Kwara, in those areas that have been besieged by the Fulani militias. What we can see and what we have noticed is for the past 3 weeks now, hmm, what we have heard is the Fulani militias are being arrested 247. They are being captured. They are being shot dead. Everybody is wondering what is going on. What has happened is these Yoruba militias, the Amotekuns, in collaborations with the forest guards, forest rangers, using their African insurance juju, they have now finally agreed that this Fulani will not have anything to do in our bushes anymore. And you know that when these Yoruba people are determined, I'm gonna go, they are going to watch past Fulani. When they are determined, they will ensure they see to the very end of that matter. And this is what is happening in Kwara, in Oshogbo, these areas that have been troubled for many years. This is what we are seeing, that they want to ensure they see to the end of these Fulani militias. Yes, who for many years we have never seen them come out. I've never seen a Fulani man come out that, Fulani elders, I've never seen it. I've always questioned the integrity uh, of the traditional rulers in the north. How come we've never seen the bandits attack or go to the farms of high rank Fulani kings? How come? How come? Why is it that it's always a non-Fulani? Why is it that it is always a Christian community? Eh? And then they will say that there's no attempted coup, attempted Christian genocide. These are the things that are breeding this level of hatred towards the Fulanis. If you are saying that there's no Christian genocide, that everybody are killing, how come we've never seen attacks in Fulani communities by Fulani herders? How come? When we speak, they'll tell us that they are illiterate, they don't know what they are doing. I know. Now mumu na dey fine, but not before this space, not before this channel. Una go see that mumu. Everything has been demystified. We know what they are doing. They are systematically cleansing people off their ancestral land because they want to take their resources, because they want to take up their beautiful girls. These are the things that they are simply trying to do. And yes, the Yorubas are leading by example by showing them that you don't joke, you don't laugh with this dastard element. What they only understand is a bigger bully. And as I can hear about what is going on in Kwara State, is Kwara government in collaboration with the Nigerian army and of course the Amotekun, they've launched basic and brutal attacks against the militias. And as it stands today, most of them are actually running back to the north, as it were. If you're just joining, please kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.